Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine. It's Command AA, and this is your preview for the Chelsea versus Leicester game, which will be taking place Sunday afternoon, 4 p.m. kickoff. Frank Lampard's first home game as a manager, his first managerial game in the dugout at Stamford Bridge against Leicester City, and yeah, it's going to be an emotional one. It's jam-packed. Tickets are sold out within seconds when it was released, so if you're trying to get a ticket, you'd be very unlucky. You'd be very lucky to even get a ticket for the game. It's going to be cramped. The atmosphere is going to be mental. I was offered to go to the game, but unfortunately I am leaving tomorrow. I'm going to Turkey for 10 days. Nice break, nice holiday for myself. So the uploads are going to be shortened a bit. I'm going to upload when I can. The uploads won't stop. I will try and get a review out for Leicester, but I can't make any promises. If I don't get a review out, it means that the internet wasn't good or I was unable to do so. The uploads are going to be definitely shortened for the next 10 days because I'm away, but I will try my best to get as many uploads as I can as possible for you guys. But as soon as I come back, which I'll return on the 27th, so in about 10 days time I'll return, and when I do return, the uploads will be back to normal pretty much every 1 to 2 days. And then yeah, but before I get into it, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. If you're new around here, make sure you hit the bell notification so you're notified for every time I do upload, and comment down below your thoughts, opinions, your score predictions, your pretty lineup, and how tactically we should set up for the Sunday's game against Leicester. And I must warn you now, it's not going to be easy again. I'm going to get into the tactics and delve into it in a second. But before I get into that, let's get into what press conference. Now, the press conference is quite important. Get into what Frank Lampard said. Now, Frank started with, there were very good parts of the Man United game that got lost in the result, but not lost on me, he said. Against Liverpool, we played one of the top teams in the world, and we really matched them. He also wanted to say that Sunday's game against Leicester is a big game for us in front of our own fans. He warns that Brendan Rodgers has a good mix of experienced and young players, so it will be a very tough opponent. Frank was also asked about the online abuse directed at Tammy Abraham this week. He then responded, "Tammy has great character. I'm disgusted by the so-called Chelsea fans' comments. Tammy was brave and he asked me to take the fifth penalty on a big night when the world was watching. He said, I'm proud to manage this club. I've been back a few years and had great support, so it will be very emotional. Special day for me, but the important thing is that we win the game." He also reported an injury update regarding Antonio Rudiger and also Willian. He basically stated that, we're getting closer to fitness and both of them are in contention for the Leicester game. He said on Hudson-Odoi says the teenager is also getting close and has been training with the development squad in the last week. On N'Golo Kante's best position, Frank says it was a discussion that was over-talked at times last year. He said we need the flexibility in the field and nobody is pinned down by a structure. He has too much in his game to sit deep all game. That's pretty much wrapping up the main points and what Frank Lampard said in his press conference. I thought there's quite interesting points he made, especially regarding the Kante situation. It really proved to a lot of fans that Kante has too much aspects to the game, too many attributes to be able to sit deep. He's the best in the world at what he does, the best CDM, but he's not a single DM role. He's a world-class midfielder who has many aspects, many attributes to his game. Now, like I said, basically wrapping up Frank Lampard's press conference. Like I said, interesting stuff. Rudiger and Willian are in contention. Now, Willian is close to fitness compared to Rudiger. Now, I did hear that Rudiger may have a couple of weeks before he can start, starting games properly, get that match fitness level up. Willian could play tomorrow, and you'll see my predicted lineup in a second. So, got the injury updates, very good. Players recovering. Hudson-Odoi, I heard from a close source, and also from what I've been reading as well, is Callum Hudson-Odoi is trying to make the Sheffield United game, which will take place on the 31st of August this month. So I believe I will be going to that in about 2 weeks. I think I will be going to that game, hopefully. Now, he is trying to make that game. Now, whether he starts is a different question. He probably will be starting on the bench. But, it's unlikely he will be able to even make the game. But he's trying to set that as a target. If not, after international break, he will make the Wolves game. The Wolves game, he will be in contention on the 14th of September. He will make it back in time. So, regarding injuries, I'm very, very happy. And also regarding racist abuse from Tammy Abraham, etc., completely foul, disgusting. And I already made this point yesterday, so I don't really want to reiterate it again in my talking points video. But getting into the predicted lineup. Now, predicted lineup, I went with a 4-3-3. The identical formation we went with against Liverpool. For me, this is the formation that we should be using for the rest of the season. Now, obviously, him be able to use the 4-2-3-1 throughout all the pre-season really shows that he has a plan B. He's very tactically flexible, Lampard, so he can switch between formations The players have tried both formations, but for me, the players that we have, especially on the Sari, they're tailor-made for the 4-3-3. We play better in it. We have players that suit in it. We have top players. I think that it really suits the way we try and play, expansive, attacking football, one touch, two touch passing, transitioning from the defence to the attack. And I think that the 4-3-3 is the formation that we should be going for against Leicester. So my pre-lineup is Kepa, Arifa, Balaga in goal, Emerson left back, Azpilicueta right back, Kurt Zoom and Andreas Christensen as our centre partnership. As obviously Rudiger is still not much fit. I think that you need to keep that partnership gelling between Zoom and Christensen, who really developed against Liverpool on midweek. Then I would have Jorginho in the number 6 to register position, and N'Golo Kante slightly further forward in that right centre position, where it was absolutely world class the other night. Left centre mid, I'd go for Mason Mount, and I'll give my reasoning in a minute. And the front three of Christian Pulisic on the right hand side, Willian on the left hand side, and also I would go for Michy Batshuayi up front. Now the reason why I wanted Mason Mount number 8 position is because of the formation we're playing. Now you saw many times last season Ross Barkley, he can't play in the number 8 position. He hasn't got that high work rate enough. He hasn't got that intensive energy. He's not press resistant. He's very difficult he doesn't pass the balls quickly. And if you're a number 8, you need to be able to defend. Your defending duties are there. Whereas with a number 10, it's not the case. Mason Mount is tailor-made for number 8. He can press. High energy, high intense pressure, linking up the play, defensive duties. He's got an eye for a goal, really good long passes as well. And I think that Mason Mount has the potential to be our next future Kevin De Bruyne. And I think that Mason Mount is perfect number 8, and so is Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is our best number 8 at the club. I stated this last season. But yeah, for me, Mason Mount has to be there. Pulisic on the right hand side. Now, he has been playing left hand side so far, but Willian's best position left hand side. He's our new number 10, obviously. He's returning from injury. He should be match fit as Lampard reported. I would go Willian on the left because that's the best position, and Pulisic has been playing on the right wing for Borussia Dortmund. So have him on the right hand side. Two pacey, really high attacking work rate wingers. And then Michy Batshuayi hasn't featured yet. Give Tammy Abraham a bit of a rest, Giroud a bit of a rest, and give Michy Batshuayi that opportunity to prove Lampard wrong. He's very clinical, our most clinical striker we have at the club. He's a threat in that 18-yard box. I think that he should be starting ahead of tomorrow. Now, getting into the tactics, of course, it's going to be a tough game. Without a shadow of a doubt. I made this point on social media. It's going to be a very difficult game. It will be very tough. Obviously, we have the home support. That's going to be crucial. But with the way that Leicester play, obviously the last time they played against Wolves, they drew 0-0 at home, 4-1-4-1 with Wilfred Ndidi in that DM position. Now, the advantage that we have to take tactically is obviously 4-3-3 tactically has to be done, of course. However, because of the 4-1-4-1 with Leicester, it means when they defend, they're going to defend very compact. They're going to defend in lines and in between the lines, etc. They're going to defend in numbers. So when it comes to defending, we will struggle to break them down Sunday. And mark my words, we'll struggle to break them down. That's why when I've heard people on social media saying Kovacic should be playing, no. The problem with having Kovacic there is it makes the midfield way too defensive. For me, the midfield becomes too defensive. And I think that it wouldn't be suitable to have Kovacic there. For me, it would have to be either Mason Mount or Ross Barkley, and for defensive purposes and for more suitable for this formation, more suitable for the game ahead, it has to be Mason Mount in that number 8 position, in my opinion. Like I said, they're going to play 4-1-4-1 formation. Wilfred Ndidi in that DM position. They're going to have Ioza Perez, their new signing, Jamie Vardy, James Maddison. Harvey Barnes, Chowdhury, etc. They've got top players all across the pitch. Yes, they've lost Maguire, but they've still got a top team. And in my opinion, they're going to be definitely a really hard team to break down. Playing Kovacic limits that. We saw that a lot last season. And also, they won't be playing in low block. We're not the Chelsea we used to be. Leicester have improved so much in recent times. Really got that good project going under Brendan Rodgers. They're going to be coming at us, playing expansive football, playing out the back as well from Leicester. And they are going to give it a go. They play good expansive football. They move the ball nicely. They transition quickly as well with pace. They come at us with pace. Jamie Vardy in behind. The defence has to be on point. They have to be switched on. Concentration levels have to be high. And we have to ensure that, tactically, Lampard gets his spot on. We're going to go for the 4-3-3. Make sure that midfield is compact. Our build-up play has to be quick, move quickly in transition, quickly through the midfield, and ensure that the fullbacks and Emerson have a good game, so that they can overlap the inverted wingers, create the width for the players. Link up has to be on point as well. I don't want to see any sloppy passes, otherwise that will definitely disrupt our play. But like I said, Batshuayi is clinical. When we get our chances, we have to take them. But I'm worried for it tactically. Honestly, I think Leicester have a plan for us. and we have to be ready for it. I'm going for a 1-1 score prediction. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave me your score prediction and your predict lineup. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. If you're new on here, make sure you hit the bell notification so you're notified for every time I do upload. And I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.